Damn Good Time podcast.
Very chill intro.
Yeah.
For some reason, I want to scream right now.
Welcome to yeah. You get a little, we're coming to you. And then I come in and like, welcome to the show.
It's not matching my vibe right now.
So welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
And this is the Damn Good Time podcast.
Hit him with.
Yeah, let your boy run. You know, like he's
Let me loose.
He's full of energy. I'm full of energy. Why'd we come in so low with the song though?
I don't know.
It was just next on the playlist.
I didn't have it until the song started, until we're about ready to go.
It
And then
was
all of a sudden it just hit me.
I think it was just next on the playlist.
So exciting.
What's the next one? Hold on.
Just so excited.
We'll give you something a little better here. Maybe this one's the more.
No, let's just go.
Oh, this one's also no. All right.
Hey, you
Hey,
failed.
I mean, no offense to you, Scott Paris. We love you. But that part,
He's got some more tunes that are a little more jacked up.
yeah.
That fit.
And these are the ones that he allowed me to use for the podcast, so we're kind of limited.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We appreciate you, Scott.
Yes. But we just found a lull in the playlist that, you know. But I'm full of fucking piss and vinegar. This guy obviously is. I don't even know what he just said, but
Yeah, it was a little bit of that and a little bit of this.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
yeah. And I'm even like, I'm in the party zone. I even just tried to grab my vape and smoke it. I was like, no, we don't do that on camera.
No, we get
So I had to, I
Dexnade,
had to, throw it across the room.
which is only Facebook, really. But you know,
Yeah.
whatever. Screw those guys.
It's one of those things. We should just sit here and fucking. It's our show. We could.
Yeah, Zuckerberg's a nerd.
Yeah. we,
Pasty white ass.
yeah. And everybody says he's like a gray alien, right? You know.
Yeah, something like that. You ever see his barbecue thing where he's like, I like to like.
Oh, he
barbecue."
loves Sweet Baby Ray's. He's all about the
loves
Sweet
Sweet-
Baby Ray's.
Hey, nothing wrong with Sweet Baby Ray's, but
There's nothing wrong with it at all.
yeah,
but-
it's as traditional. I feel like that's as traditional as you can get right there.
Maybe
At least
that-
for Ohio. Maybe it's different in other states. I
Is
never
he in
thought about
Ohio? He's not an Ohio boy, is he?
that. I mean, he's got to be in California.
Of course.
In like a mansion or 6. He's probably got a mansion in Ohio. He's probably got a mansion in every state.
I'm actually. Well, yeah. Well, so this is one of the things. Like they're like, oh, all the ultra rich are building bunkers. Should we be concerned? You know?
Yeah.
And I think he's one of those ultra rich that's building a bunker. But I'm curious.
No,
where,
you shouldn't be, because if you come out of that bunker and they're all that's left, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's even the thing is like, yeah. Oh, White Plains, New York. So he's a same kind of area as us, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think White
Shitty
Plains is a little
weather.
bigger.
Yeah. I mean, still.
But yeah, no, you bring up a good point. It's like all these mega rich people are like, we'll build bunkers, and then the world ends. Well, who are you going to hang out with? Which they'll hang out with each other because that's all they do anyway. But it's like, so whose data are you going to steal and sell? You kill us all off. Where are you going to get your data to steal and sell then?
My thought has always been is like, all right, so, let's say a nuclear fallout happens, 700 nukes get launched everywhere across the world.
Yeah.
And then you got to go live in a bunker for 30 years.
Right.
Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to do that? Like, I mean, sure, I guess it was like I got a lot of cool buddies and stuff with me, but you don't normally build a bunker really just for you and your family. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then even once it's, good to go back outside, then you got to rebuild. Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole thing, man.
What was the one movie?
I'm
with,
dead by then, by the way. Like, it doesn't matter. I go in that bunker. It's my coffin.
dude. Well, I don't know. You might get healthier.
Yeah, well, true.
You'll run out of beer after
Oh,
like
no,
2 weeks.
That's going to be my first stockpile. I'm brewing it. We're just putting grain down there. We're making
Oh,
sure.
then you start doing the crafty shit like they do in prisons. It's like, oh, I made some toilet wine.
Yeah, exactly. You're making toilet wine all the
You
time.
You got Steph and the babies down there, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's like nobody used the toilet. We got 7 days.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about people.
Shit in a fucking bucket. I'm making toilet wine. Okay, come on. Like, everybody's like mad at you. Like, why would we do that? Like, shut up, shit in the bucket, and then like two weeks later, you get the good toilet wine. Everybody's drunk. And like, okay, thanks, Dad.
My tablet's dead again.
Such
Get on the
suck.
bike, sweat in the bucket. I need more toilet wine.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's one of those things where it's like the will to live is strong. It's one of those things. It's an inherent thing.
Yeah.
You just have that. It's
Yeah.
instincts. But like if you see the end coming, it's like why would you want to survive past that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, oh, I want to protect my children. I want to make sure like my kids can survive and get through it, do this and that. But it's like, I'm not going to be there because we got to go live in a bunker for 40 years. There's a good chance I'm not coming back out of the bunker. And if I do come out of that bunker, I'm old as shit now.
Yeah.
And you can't really contribute a whole lot.
And I guess maybe that's where the faith part comes in.
Yeah.
You know, there's people with faith that are like, no, we have to replenish the earth. It's God's will type thing. They're the ones that they have that kind of extra kick. Like, that's why you need to survive. You need to. This is like a different Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
It's not a flood. It's a nuclear flood, quote unquote.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a nuclear flood. Get rid of all the sin, all the losers or whatever the fucking flood was all about, and then we replenish the earth with new pure people. And maybe that's what drives some of those people to like, we need a bunker, we need to stay safe, we need to thrive here for 30 years and then come out and replenish the earth.
Now, if I'm in like maybe one of those like 10 stories down silo type bunkers where it's like there's plenty of space and stuff, but I'm not going like a backyard bunker and sealing myself in that thing and eat.
Right.
Like you see, most people are like, "Oh, I've just buried a storage container." And it's like,
right.
I ain't living in that shit for 40 years. That ain't happen.
Yeah.
20 years.
The thing is,
5 years would be too long.
And I'll tell you this right now. I want one. Not to survive. I want one just like hang out. Like, people come over, like tour the house and like, hey, we're having a little dinner party or like, hey, a party with friends. Like, yo, let's get drunk. Like, hey, have you guys seen my bunker? Like, what? You have a bunker? Like, yeah, dude, come on down. And then we go like, 30 feet into the ground underneath this house. And we go into a spot. It's like there's a 70-inch TV, Xbox, Oh, and I ran the internet down here and shit too.
Growing weed.
Yeah. It's like, it's just cool to hang. For some reason, I just want to be like a mole person. You know what I mean? Like, I just want a tunnel.
Yeah, it's complete darkness if you want it.
Yeah.
Or you just shut the lights off and be like, there's no lights in here.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And then it's like, oh, well, I'm set to survive for 30 years. Like, why would you, and we're having this conversation, like, right now. Why would you want to do that? Like, honestly, I hope I never have to. And honestly, I'll probably just not do it if the time arises.
After about 5 months, I'm going to poke my head outside.
Yeah.
It's fine out here. It's a little scorched.
A little hot. Ugh, I'm getting a little extra tan now. Like, ooh, what's that? There's a third arm growing out of me.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, dude. Like,
This is melting. I don't know.
a
Whatever.
little extra radiation, whatever. It's cool. But I just want to have a bunker just to have it, just for fun.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do fun things in it.
This is like
Probably have sex in it, you know?
So the radiation thing's always like weird because they say the radiation, yada yada yada. But there's people in like that survived around like Hiroshima
Yeah.
and oh god, what's the big
Chernobyl.
There's people still live in Chernobyl, even though you're not supposed to go in Chernobyl anymore. I think, well, it might have just got lifted or something, but there's people still living there. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, we're fine. My tomatoes grow really good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So, I guess the thing is, like, maybe some people can take radiation better than others.
I also do like I've heard stories of like there's like old motherfuckers like 80, 90 years old and they're like, oh, we need people to clean up the radiation, and they're just like, I'm gonna die. I should be dead by now. I'm 80, 90 years old. You know, my life has been good. I'll go in and help with the cleanup efforts because the radiation, it's just gonna kill me faster.
Yeah, just like, all right, yeah.
I almost feel like I'd be one of those dudes. Like if I'm 80 and they're like, oh shit, the world went to shit. And then my kids are like, no, Dad, we're going to go do it. And like, shut the fuck up. Stay in the safe zone. Love you, boys. Love you, honey.
Yeah.
I'll just go.
I'll still put a suit on or whatever.
Yeah, I'll do the safety things. I'm still going to have the, you know, I'm going to still have I'm going to be in contact with it. My life is going to be shortened by what, like 10 years? I'm not going to make it another fucking 10 years.
You might take one. You might take one off that anyways.
Yeah. So at that point, it's like, yeah, why? I'll be that noble guy, I guess.
I mean, we come out in radiation every day when you're in the sun. I mean, that's technically radiation.
Then I'll get there, and they'll be like, yeah, you got to shovel this and that. I'm like, that's hard work.
Yeah, my bones are too old. I can't do that. My bones are too old.
But then you get that boost of radiation. It's like, oh, fuck, I'm a fucking champ
Yeah.
now. And you're just like shoveling.
And then you come out 20 years younger, and you're like, oh, I'm going back in, boys. See ya.
You reverse Benjamin Buttoned it. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe the radiation might make you younger and stronger.
Such a weird movie.
Dude, you imagine going in at 80 years old, getting exposed to that radiation? Like, I'm helping with cleanup efforts. I don't care if it kills me, whatever.
Right.
I'm doing my cool thing. And then all of a sudden, like, you come back out and you're 30. It's like, who the fuck are you? Like, I'm Steve. Like, oh, shit. Like, your wife and your kids might recognize you. Oh, Dad?
You kind of get Captain America. Right?
Yeah.
Short little rut. What's up?
Yeah.
I got superpowers now.
And your 80-year-old, like, decrepit wife is like, I haven't seen you look like this since 2005. And
I'm
like,
about to break them hips.
yeah. I'm gonna beat the shit out of the bottom of that first. And then, unless you go shovel some radiation, you're not going to make it as long as me. And here I am at 30 years old again, ready to fucking go. Let's do it all over again.
All right, let's go shovel radiation.
Try that theory out.
All right, well, so now we're here.
Yeah.
Weird path. We were starting the show already.
And that's how we open the show, dude.
Shoveling radiation to get to 30 years old again.
Yeah. We found
It's a good thing I'm still 39.
the fountain of youth.
It's just radiation.
Just
got to find the
radiation.
right dose.
Yeah.
The right dose.
Yep.
We'll work on that. We'll let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah. Or maybe you find a different dose and you get an extra penis.
We're looking for anybody that wants to volunteer.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Got a weird radiation tank in the back. Just gonna dip you in. Just have a little dip. Then come back in a week. Let us know
We
how it
just
goes.
created a new cold plunge.
Yeah, radiation. plunge.
Yeah. Just
I
set
feel
up
like
like
it's
you
like
set up
something
like
off The Simpsons. Like
you set up 10 microwaves around you, and you fail safe the limit switch to keep them open, and then you put them around a bathtub, and you soak in that. You know, like you would a cold plunge, 3 minutes a day, a little gamma radiation,
a lead bathtub.
Yeah. Well, no, lead doesn't let it go through.
Right, because you only need so that's the way we can dose it better.
Oh, I was gonna go for straight steel.
Okay, we want that to conduct.
Yeah,
Don't make it too hot. They make it burn.
I want that radiation to conduct into me to create me younger.
Might simmer that water too fast.
Boil a little bit. I'll be a little
It'd
crab
be
in
like
there.
a frog in water. frog in the boiling pot or whatever they
Be
call
a
it.
little lobster in there.
All right. Anyways, what's new? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Yourself?
I mean, I had to have a couple teeth surgically removed, but other than that,
yeah.
doing pretty good. So.
Should have just got some radiation in there.
Should've.
It would have grown back.
Well, it's never too late. Or I can pay, $5,000 for an implant.
Oh, God damn, that sucks.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Did we talk about this last week? A little bit.
We talked about when
A
you
little bit,
need
yeah.
it done, but now you've got it done.
I've got it done. So
Yeah.
they put me under. It's always a good time, count backwards from 10 and you don't make it to like 7 and
Hell yeah.
you're asleep.
You put your nose through your toes. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And they cut 2 teeth out, patched me up, did a bone graft in one. I woke up however long later, and they're like, "Oh, come on, Cody, we'll take you to the chair." Me and Steve just watched a video. He's talking about the hell yeah thing. It's a hilarious video. Like
Yeah.
the kid got a rod, like shattered his leg, and got a rod put in his leg.
He's coming out of anesthesia, and he's like, "I love you, Dad."
Yeah.
He's so pure and so clean, and it's so funny because he's like pure.
Yeah.
But then he's like, "Show me your tits."
Nurse walks in, is like, "Hey, how are you doing? How you doing?" He's like, "Hell yeah, show me your tits."
I'm sorry.
And Dad's like, "No, we were respectful." "Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah.
That's just instincts."
So did you have like a male nurse like, "Show me your dick"?
I had all females.
Okay.
Only my dentist, the oral
surgeon,
the
yeah.
surgeon. He's the only male in that building, and it's nothing but young women.
Who's doing the hiring there?
Couple of them kind of attracted too. So, I'm slightly worried. Like, I'm gonna wake up from this medicine. I'm gonna do that.
Show me your tits.
And then my wife's grabbed me, and what am I gonna say to my wife? It could be, there's just sort of ponder things of the things you could say. And you're thinking about that stuff, and but I was completely like, I got up and I was like, my mind was like coherent, my body was just like slow moving,
Yeah.
like sluggish, but
Right.
sat down in the chair. She pulled around back. They helped me get to the car, but I pretty much put myself in the car. Like, I didn't need a whole lot of help, but it was like, I'm not sprinting right now. I'm not like, I can't, like, if you put a puzzle in front of me, it might be a little hard for me to be like, okay, I'm just a little like,
Right.
It's like you're wasted, but you're coherent. So,
Right. And you have like this blank memory loss.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever been put under for the vasectomy, it's like I remember waking up and there's 2 doctors standing over me like, "We doing it?" And I think I talked about this on last podcast. It's like, "Hey, are we ready to go?" And like, "It's already done." Like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
Like,
I remember I kind of woke up at one point in time, and I remember him going, "How much did you give him?" And they're like, "Oh, the normal, like 1.25 or whatever." He's like, "Oh, that's weird," because I was like looking around. I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" But I felt like something had my jaw open, like because I think he probably like put something open, keep my jaw open. And it was probably because I was waking up, and he's like, "Why the fuck is he waking up?"
can't do that.
He's not supposed to be waking up.
Give him a little extra.
He must have went. I'm like,
Yeah.
like, give him a little.
Yeah.
Give this big boy a little extra dose.
And so, And so, because I watch Grey's Anatomy, so I'm practically a doctor right now.
Right. Sure. 100%. You have sex in the linen rooms all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if I imagine there's some truth to that show, and from what I imagine, it's like you have the anesthesiologist sitting there. They're the ones that are in charge of putting you to sleep, keeping you asleep, and monitoring your knocked outedness, right? And I've seen a few episodes where the person like wakes up in mid-surgery, kind of like what you did.
Yeah.
So that's technically true.
Yeah.
And then they look over at the anesthesiologist. It's like, well, I did all the measure. He's 5'11", this weight, this blood pressure. You should be able to take this, put him to sleep. But I do know that, we always say we're not alcoholics. We're just drunks. You know what I mean?
Functioning.
Yeah, we're high functioning alcoholics, but there are people that I do believe, kind of like us, that we have high tolerance to drugs and alcohol and things like that.
Yeah.
There's no way you can drink a case of beer on the weekend. Just like me, I can drink a case of beer on the weekend and be different than somebody else. Is like, I had 6 beers and I'm fucking wasted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're falling down, like they're like they can't control themselves
Dude,
at
like, he
all.
only had 6 drinks. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm getting crazy, you know?
Yeah, me to get to that level is a different story.
Right.
I mean, not that you have to see me at that level. You obviously have.
I've been there.
Times.
We've been there. We've been there, but it takes more than 6 fucking drinks.
It takes
You know what I
me.
mean?
It takes me a day, maybe a night, like to get to that
Yeah.
point.
But that's kind of like.
But yeah,
that's like
that's the tolerance my body's built up. It's like, oh, I can.
because that anesthetic that they get you is kind of on par with how alcohol affects you. They say, or at least I've read or something. I don't know. Might be pulling this out of my ass.
It's fine. That's what we do.
But if you have a high tolerance to alcohol, then the anesthetic is you need more to keep you under, or to make it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. I mean, at least I'm going to be more alert to it, probably than the normal person.
Right.
Like the normal person's probably like, once they woke me up, and I don't even know how they wake you up. I don't know. Because it can't be just a time base. They got to give you something. I'm assuming more oxygen or
I
more
think
whatever.
They push something into your IV, and all of a sudden it's like, and it counter affects
right.
It's more of a stimulant that counter affects the depressant that they gave you to knock you out.
So then I'm waking up and I'm like, what's up? And they're like, oh, can you get on a chair? And I like just sloppily swing my legs over. I'm like, yeah, ready.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right. So like,
fucking man.
What's up? Oh no, I'm standing on my own.
Got this.
You need help getting in the car? Psh, get out of my way.
Did you operate on my legs? No, they
No.
still work.
I'm gonna go get on heavy machinery right now.
Yeah, dude. I'll drive home. Tell Steph sit in the passenger seat. I'm driving us home. I got this.
Get out of the car, babe. I got this.
Yeah.
Let's go pick the kids up. But yeah.
Let's go pick the kids up. I'm that good.
I mean, that's literally we went to, because our friend Derek Keck, our good friend, his wife was watching the kids because she's a school counselor, so she didn't have anything going on.
Yeah.
And Steph's like, can we just drop them off for like an hour? And she's like, oh my god, yes, please, I'd love to just have the kids for an hour. Like,
She's a
I mean,
very
that's
nice
perfect.
person. Yeah.
That's perfect for anybody. If somebody's like, hey, can you just watch my kids for like an hour to 2 hours? Yeah. Absolutely, especially like you want to hang out and like you want to see kids or you want kids, whatever. Like that's a perfect time. 2 hours, you can just give them all the treats, all the snacks you want, take them to the park, come back. Once they start getting cranky, oh, we're showing up.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours, shit.
Even better if you show up and like, yeah, I'll watch them for an hour, and like, oh, they're ready for the nap. Like, that's all I got to do.
Yeah,
Is
that's
be
boring.
Do what I'm normally going to do is either watch TV or scroll through TikTok endlessly for an hour while they take a nap. Dope.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds dope.
But yeah, so now I'm missing 3 teeth on this side. So I did get the bone graft, like I said. So I get an implant there. And then I might be like an implant bridge to kind of like fix all that up. So I was already missing a tooth back there. Now 2 more gone back there. So I have 1 sad tooth back by himself.
Oh, poor little guy.
But he's still strong.
He's probably maybe he's like the loner. He's just like, God damn it! Thank you for getting rid of those douchebags.
And then
Now I'm just back here by myself enjoying life.
And you can see. And then yesterday I started getting a little bit of a black eye just started appearing too. It's not much. It's very subtle, but
A little puffy, a little dark. I kind of
from
see
that
it.
surgery. Yeah, I'm still a little puffy, still a little, a little stuff going on there, but yeah, a little black eye coming up there.
Well, I didn't notice it, but now that you pointed it out.
Yeah, it's very slight, but
Oh, are you leaving out the part of the story when you came out of anesthetics? Where you mouthed off to Steph and she hit you?
no.
Okay, all right.
Nah,
Is she beating you?
when I left, I was completely fine, and it wasn't until like the next day that I started getting puffiness, and then it wasn't until yesterday because this happened on Wednesday,
Yeah.
so we're only today's Saturday. We're only a few days deep into this
Yeah.
of somebody just ripping at my face. So,
Yeah, but I mean,
and I don't know how nice are they when you're under. Like are they nice to you, or are they just like fuck this guy, get a pair of pliers, got it. Like they put like some jams on. They're like, ooh, he's like doing a dance. I mean, he's got all the female, aides with him. So is he like stripping and like dancing on me?
That's
And, did my wiener get violated?
I know there was a bit that Seinfeld did where he went under for a tooth thing, and then he wakes up and he's like, as he's waking up, like the nurse is like buttoning her blouse. It's like, what happened? And then like, I think it was also a big thing. Like there was a dentist somewhere back in the day that got where because they'd put patients under and then they'd bang like on them.
Yeah.
Like him and his assistant, they would just do sex stuff, and maybe even like fondle like the patient and shit, because it was like a big thing. I don't know how you catch him, but they caught him. So
I think there was a male doctor that was like got in trouble too because he was like
diddling
some women and stuff.
Well, let's
too.
call it diddling.
Diddling sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't sound good at all.
It
Sorry.
doesn't sound-
It does not sound good at all. But that's, I mean, he got in trouble.
Well, we
because
can say
he-
the R word, but when you say the R word, then our video gets flagged on things.
And I don't know, like,
So we'll just call it diddling.
but
He was-
how that was found out. But there had to be a woman outside. I'm like, oh, well, that's weird.
I
don't
imagine-
feel right. I don't feel right.
Yeah, I imagine, and I don't know what it's like to be a woman. Don't know. Personally, as a man, if I wake up after surgery, I feel like, oh, God, there was something in me.
I'm trained.
You know what I mean? Like,
Which I don't know if you can, but
I feel like there's something.
oh yeah, you
in
mean
my
that? Oh yeah, yeah,
ass.
yeah.
There's something in me.
Yeah.
And I imagine like a vaginal experience would be like that too. Like, oh, there was something in me, but I had my teeth removed, and I
Right.
was knocked out. So why would there be something in me?
Yeah.
I feel like that's where it starts. Like, I feel like you just tell
Yeah, just that's
if you're knocked the
and that
fuck
sucks
out.
because that's like you're getting put under and like you're having all the trust in the world in this doctor,
Yeah,
and then this guy's like a creep.
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. And I mean, then also, like, well, then if there's a load in there, like that,
Well, yeah, no, that's a different.
that doesn't belong there.
yeah,
But if you're going to be doing that to patients, I imagine you're smart enough to not leave a load.
I think this guy was like recording it too. Like he was like opening their blouses and like I don't think he was like bagging them because that'd be like there was too many like nurse aides and aides and stuff.
Well, it reminds me of like Horrible Bosses because that was kind of like their shtick. She was a dentist and he was the dentist aide or dental hygienist or whatever his title was, and she wanted to like bang him
on top of them.
on top of patients and stuff. And it's one of those things where like that never happens, but like while they're writing into a script because it has happened before.
Oh, definitely has happened.
Somebody's done it before because
100%.
people are fucking sick.
Yeah, people are twisted.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I wouldn't bang on top of you. But hey, Steve, look at this. Oh, you're passed out. You can't see it. Idiot.
Like I feel like I'd be like I'd wake up the next day and like what happened last night? Like
I mean, I've been in the same room as someone while they're like passed out, and I'm like doing work.
yeah.
And it's like that is sleeping while
You
I'm
wake up
over
the next
there.
day and you tell them like, yeah, we did that. And like, oh, I was there. Like, yeah, we were there. You didn't notice.
Yeah. I'm like,
Did you do anything on top of me or anything? Like, oh no, I didn't do that.
check your socks.
Check your butt, dude.
Yeah.
Where do you think I deposited? And now we're getting fucking weird.
Yeah, now we're weirdos. That's fine.
It's cool, man.
We're just make believe storying now.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, so that was my dental experience.
Yeah. Yeah. At least you can get diddled. Doesn't seem like.
No. I don't think I got diddled.
Dude, how weird would that be too? Like if you go in, like because dudes, we're always we're ready to go,
Right.
and you go in and you're a little horny. Your balls are a little full. You didn't have sex the next day, or you didn't like take care of yourself, and then you go into the thing and you wake up and like, wow,
Great service.
balls are empty.
Right? Yeah, great service. I
Balls
got my
is-
teeth removed, and I was ejaculated.
and my balls are empty. You guys milk me? Did you guys milk me while I was out? Like, what's going on here? Like,
Oh, yeah.
did you do it? Who did it? Did you do it?
I feel like they'd be like, yes, and that was an extra $250.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to tax it on your bill.
We'll bill your insurance. like, because as soon as we knocked you out, it just got big and it was in the way. So we had to, get it down.
Yeah. The doctor, he couldn't perform his job, so we
He
go ahead
kept
and
bumping
took care
his
of that.
elbow on it.
Get this damn thing out of here.
Yeah. So we had to do the thing. It was a medical procedure.
We used the
That's
glove.
fine. And we're gonna bill your insurance for that. $2,500 for that hand job.
I believe it. 100% would be too. That was expensive. Just had 2 teeth pulled out,
Yeah.
and the bone graft alone was like $500. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but no, I didn't have. I didn't do any dental things this week. I went to California, love again.
Oh, Seat Town.
I went to San Diego,
That's Seat Town. That's a state.
C-State, C-State. But I went to San Diego. I fucking love that place.
Yeah.
Took a trainee with me. It was
I
actually
said tranny for a second. I was like, what?
took a tranny.
Tranny. Gotcha.
Took a trainee, not a tranny.
Okay, I was like, what? This got weird real quick. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Cool, buddy.
Took a tranny with me. It's cool. Saw her dick. No, I took a trainee with me. I was training a new guy, and it was his first time in the West Coast, so it was cool. So it was like he had to hit like, dude, we're going to In-N-Out. We got to get an In-N-Out just for fun, and then we hit the beach every day. Every day we're there. Pacific Beach in San Diego is an awesome time. And then it was like, and we do our jobs. I'm training on jobs, cool shit, and like we're talking about that a lot. But like the one thing he was like, I think it's weird to see because I'm used to it now. But he's like, he couldn't stop talking. It's like it's so crazy that like back home it's like 3 hours different. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's how
That's how time change works.
that's how time change works. Yeah, get used to it because he's like a 22-year-old still young. Still discovering
Gotcha,
things and
yeah.
stuff. But I will say one of his biggest takeaways, like, what do you think about California? He's like, dude, I love it. It's like, women don't wear bras out here. Like, yeah, dude, I know. That's why. First off, that's why it's awesome. Secondly, like, pretty cool. But like that's your big takeaway. It's like he's like, well, yeah, and he's like, well, there's just a whole different vibe out here. And it is because, everybody's smoking weed and shit. And there's one part we were just walking down the beach and you smell weed. And he's like, oh, it smells like back home. I'm like, well, it smells like Canton. I'm like, no, it smells like California.
Yeah.
Canton, if you go into Canton, you smell that. It smells like California. This was their thing first,
Yeah.
like,
yeah. Yeah.
But yes, spent some time on the beach in the sun. Had a good time. I forgot how much why I love traveling is because I can just go out there and be by myself. And now I had to train a guy, and it's like, God, I wish this person would shut the fuck up. Like I wish for the life of me, like I was just by myself, because that's
Yeah.
part of the props for me is traveling. It's like, oh, I get some alone time.
You're right.
Just me and like, hey man, what do you want to eat? I don't know. God damn it. Hey, any ideas? No, I'll eat whatever. Like, all right, you want Mexican? It's like, sure, let's do Mexican. So we went Mexican for lunch one day. Lo and behold, he's a picky eater.
Of course.
right?
I mean, you know.
So it's like, then you fucking pick. If you're a picky eater, I'm going to throw this out there to anybody. If you're traveling with people or you're doing anything with somebody else who will eat anything like me, I'll eat anything. You don't let me decide because you're not going to like it. You know what I mean? If
well,
you're
you should always be able to find something somewhere.
still, like,
We
we go.
just told that guy to go to hell, and you should have went out by yourself. But like, hey man, I'm going to dinner. I'll see you later. Well, I know you want to be nice.
Well, and it was also a lunch thing. We
lunch
left
thing.
we
Okay,
left the
gotcha.
job we were at to go to lunch, and we came back to the job to finish for the day.
Gotcha.
Because normally I don't take lunches. I eat one big meal at the end of the day. I'm a one-time eater all the time. I could do that all day, every day.
Right.
But this guy, it's like, okay, yeah, you want to go get lunch? What do you want? He's like, I don't know. I don't care. I was like, I don't know. Fuck, dude. I don't even want this. It's like, you should decide. So I pull up on Google Maps. It was like, there's a Cajun thing. There's a this thing or Mexican. He's like, Mexican. All right, cool. So I went and I look on the menu. I'm not necessarily a picky eater, but I don't eat carbs. So I found a thing that fit my thing. It was like a carne asada plate, you know,
Yeah.
and then it gives you the tortillas on the side, like fajitas.
Yeah.
Yes,
fajitas,
that's
yes.
the word I was looking for.
I was like,
Fajitas.
what? I was like, were you getting fajitas?
I got carne asada fajitas,
Yeah.
so that I could, I won't eat the beans and rice and the tortillas, but I'll eat that whole pile of steak all day. And then I feel like he got order anxiety, and he's like, chicken burrito. And so he got a chicken burrito, didn't ask what's in it, because in the burrito it's chicken,
Rice, beans, probably the whole
yeah.
guacamole.
Actually, it didn't have rice or beans, but it had chicken, guacamole, and tomato, basically
salsa.
fresh salsa. Why can't I think of that fucking word either?
I don't know.
What's the fresh one?
What, salsa?
Well, you have salsa, but then you have pico de gallo.
Oh, okay.
So it came with pico de gallo and guacamole, and he's like, he bites into it. He's like, oh, I don't like avocados or tomatoes or onions.
What? How can you not like all three of those things?
He doesn't like any of them. And he didn't ask before he ordered. And he also didn't say, like, can I get a chicken burrito with, like, just chicken and cheese?
Yeah.
You know,
Get
you
a
can just say
quesadilla,
that.
man. Get a quesadilla. You're always safe there. You're always safe with the quesadilla.
But he's still, you know what I mean? Like, he's
I
still
still
young.
understand, but even like, yeah, I know, but like, come on.
And also,
onions, tomatoes, and avocado, like three things, and you're like,
so good.
let's go to a Mexican place. You know what their three main ingredients are?
onions.
Onions, tomatoes, and avocado. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't like cilantro. We're not eating Mexican
No.
ever.
Never. Like,
Not real Mexican.
you don't.
Oh, Taco Bell. Is that what you wanted? When he said Mexican, I think is what he wanted was fucking Taco Bell.
I think
you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
If you took him through Taco Bell, he would have been like, give me number 5 minus tomatoes, onions, lettuce. And you're like, so you just want like some of their shitty beef and a tortilla? And it, yeah. You can give me some of that bean paste on there.
And that's even too, like, I don't want to yuck somebody else's yum. I don't want to call you out for
No,
having.
fucking grow up.
But give me a second, because I'm gonna get into, because he's like, I was like, yeah, one of the perks of traveling, you get to eat out all the time, you get to try new things. He's like, yeah, I love eating out. Me and he's engaged, so me and my fiance, we go out to eat every once in a while, and our favorite restaurants are Lone Star and Bonefish Grill.
Oh, God.
It's like, dude. And no offense to the chain restaurants, and no slight to people that love chain
Those are
restaurants.
at least better chain restaurants. But
They're better, but still,
Yeah.
step outside of the fucking realm. Go to the weird taco truck. Hit that place in a strip mall that looks sketchy. The dirtier and the shittier it looks, the better the food's going to be. Hands down. Unless you don't like avocados, tomatoes, or onions, or cilantro.
And
Then
you
just-
know his list doesn't stop there.
Yeah.
You know his list doesn't stop there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to be like, I don't like potatoes unless they're fried. You know, like some stupid shit like that too. And that's what drives me insane and bonkers. But then I would love to meet his parents because I bet his parents are, one of them's probably his dad's the same goddamn way. And it's that shit just drives me crazy.
As far as I know, he that's one thing I feel like I could really, and we haven't talked about this yet, but he doesn't have a biological
Right, so his
father
mom
either.
is his mom. Is
Yeah. I haven't brought that up to him yet. Like, hey man, we could bond over the fact that I don't have a biological father. You don't have a biological father either. Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
I mean, you do, but they were never part of your
Never
life.
around. Yeah. Yeah.
They sucked.
Right. And so maybe that's even it. He, raised by a single mom, nuggies and fries. Well, no offense to the single moms, don't fucking grill me on that.
Hey, I feed
But
my
you don't
kids
have-
nuggies and fries all the time.
You don't have, you don't have time to fucking do more. You don't, because there's nobody else there helping you, and I'm sympathetic to that. So
Yeah, to the point where you can explore food when they get older. You know, to be like, hey, let's try this, and like, yeah, try this like this, and do stuff like that.
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure your kids got quirks about their food already too, and like it's one of those things that happen, and then once you get older, it kind of evaporates too.
I had my quirks when I was a kid, and I grew out of it.
Yeah,
I'm literally the type of person right now. Hey, you want to try this? Like, will it kill me or will it make me sick? No. All right, put it in my mouth.
Yeah, because you got some allergies that you got to worry about. Me, I'm like,
Shellfish.
yeah,
No. Even at this point, I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm like, is there a little bit of milk in there? All right, I'll give it a shot.
yeah, me, I'm down to try anything. Listen, I'm down to try anything. Like if somebody hands me something, I'm eating it no matter what. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What if something on the menu has olives in it? I won't order it because I think olives are meant to be eaten by themselves or in a dirty martini,
Okay.
and they do not belong in any other food dish.
Black olives. You won't do them on a pizza?
No.
No. Okay.
But they take over. They take over too much flavor.
Black olives have no flavor.
They got more flavor.
They have texture.
I think they have a lot of flavor.
I'm still in the
I mean, I'm not gonna not eat it. That's not what I'm saying.
right.
But this is my one food that I'm discrepancy about. This is it. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna eat it.
They just need to be on their own.
They need to be on their own. I'll do an olive tapenade. I'll do some other don't put it on my pizza because I think it takes over too many other flavors. And I want to
got you.
enjoy the rest of the flavors because I like my cheese and my sauce and my pepperoni
Yeah.
and I like other things. And I just think that's one of the things. Well, you can say the same thing about anchovies too.
Yeah.
I don't mind anchovies. But again, another strong flavor that doesn't need to be there.
But honestly,
Just eat some goddamn anchovies. But it's good together.
yeah.
I would rather have anchovies than olives. though.
Unless it's the sole purpose, maybe. Like say you get a flatbread wood fired cheese pizza,
Yeah.
and it's got olives and anchovies on it. I bet you that bitch is gonna be good.
Yeah, I might
gonna
bang
be
with, I might
briny.
bang with that because it's like now I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Right. But like if
But
you
it's
just
not like you have meat and veggies, and then like the olives are like the thing. Like no, get them off of here.
Yeah.
They don't need to be here. But if the olives are just the thing,
Yeah.
or the anchovies are just the thing, then they're probably bangers. Like, so I get what you're saying. They shouldn't be an accompaniment. They should be the forefront.
It's not like like no, I'm not eating that. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
one of those things. It's like I don't want it on my pizza or I don't want it on something.
Right.
But if you're like, no, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the two things that you don't want. We're gonna put anchovies and olives on this pizza, and we're gonna see if you like it. I'm probably gonna love it.
Put them in the forefront.
Yeah, put them in the forefront.
They shouldn't be in it. So in your mind, like an olive shouldn't be an addition. It should be more of a
Forefront
thing, yeah.
because it's so much flavor. Like it's so much. Like an olive's a lot of flavor.
yeah. You go to a
me.
party, they have an olive dish. Obviously, you're gonna
It's
sit there and like,
salty. It's briny.
bash
It's
some olives.
It's like it's not pungent, but it is kind of like sardines pungent. An olive's more like it's a little bit of a bitter, salty flavor. To me, especially the black olives.
And it does
Green
take
olives
over.
are a little more mild. Where it's not as bad.
yeah.
But it does take over flavor.
Right.
Like, and I love a dirty martini though because
I
it
love
takes
a dirty
over the
martini.
vodka flavor, little olive juice in there, little blue cheese olives, and I like my stinky cheese. We've talked about that before. We
Fucking
love stinky cheese.
Love stinky cheese.
You put that in a vodka drink, and it's like something about that is beautiful.
Dude, I once had too many dirty martinis that I wrecked a car, and you were there.
I was.
That's how much I love dirty martinis,
I
dude.
was, yeah.
I love them so much, I'll crash a fucking car,
Yeah, you
dude.
just went, woo! I'm going over here, and I'm like, what the fuck you do?
Caught a little gravel. It's cool.
Get in my car. Get in my car.
But because they were so dirty and they were so good. That olive juice and vodka. Oh, I want a dirty martini right now.
I know, I do too, with blue cheese olives. That
I'm
sounds
trying to think if I have. I'm
fantastic.
trying to think if I have olives in the fridge.
I am too.
Once we close
Or
this
if
down,
I have blue cheese. Yeah, we got to go check. Hey guys, it was a good show.
Good show. We're gonna go find some olive juice.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any, which is depressing. So don't get your hopes up too much.
And I
Sorry.
don't even know how we got here, but we're here.
'Cause
So
we're here.
we were talking about food, and then things just. No, we're going to talk about food. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
We're talking about your trip, the kid being picky. All right, we're back.
Yeah.
Let's go. So yeah. Anyways, you had a picky new intern, and now we're here, and
Yeah.
I don't really like olives that much, unless they're by themselves in a martini.
Yeah. And then, long story short, San Diego's fucking gorgeous, dude. San Diego's gorgeous. I got too much of a tan. I got actually kind of burnt the one day.
Oh.
And then now, like, I feel like I haven't told this kid this. Like, I feel like I'm everybody's beach slut now at work
Yeah.
because
What do you bring back sand and shells for them?
Well, no. I'm just the guy. Like, if we're in an area and there's a beach nearby, let's go walk for an hour. Let's go for a walk for an. What do you want to do today? You know, it's normally like, hey, and like I'll hike, I'll find mountains, I'll find woods, stuff like that. But if we're near a beach and I've gone on a long walk on the beach with 3 of like the 5 guys that travel now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I got it.
So it's like, hey, it's like, what would you do if I wasn't here? Like, I'd probably sit in a hotel. Like, well, now we're out on the beach, dude. Like, I'm their little beach slut. Like, I get them out of the hotel, get them to walk down the beach because
You're their boyfriend on the beach. You're their beach boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's got to do it.
I'm
Somebody's
the-
got to do it.
I'm the little beach slut. You know,
Tell them to walk by themselves next time. You don't have to be there with them, Steve.
I know.
But you want to be nice.
Well, and that's the thing. Because there was one time I was traveling with another dude, and we landed in San Diego, and we were traveling for like 14 hours. But then we get out there, it's still like 2 p.m. It's like, it's been a long day. I'm just gonna go crash at a hotel. I'm like, all right, cool. Uber, beach. I'm by myself. I'm gonna be there anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
it's just the fact that since I'm there, like, okay, I'll come too. So then they come with me.
hey, what's up?
Yeah. And so that's the thing. Like you say, you can go by yourself. I know I can. And honestly, I rather would. But the second I say I'm going by I'm going to go to the beach. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I'm going to the beach. Then they're like, all right. Then it gives them the confidence to go too.
And then you're afraid to lose them.
Yeah.
Oh, I just lost a new guy
Right.
in California. Oh, God, I don't know.
Yeah.
He can't, but he should be an adult, be able to handle his own
He's
business.
adult,
but, you know.
Actually, I should have just tested his.
Should have been like, you go check in. I'm gonna go to the beach.
Yeah.
That's what you should do every time you get a new guy. Be like, you go check in. I'm going to the beach.
Yeah.
You can meet me later for dinner.
Or because there was one point where I left him at the beach because I had to go back because it was like 2-hour minimum parking. So I had to go back and reload the parking meter so we didn't get a ticket. I should have just left the keys with him. And then when I went back to the meter, repaid it, do that. Just be like, hey, I repaid the meter. I'm going to go explore on my own. Meet you back at the hotel.
Yeah.
You got the car keys to the rental. You got everything you need. And just kind of see how he would react to it,
Right.
Yeah,
I think you got to have a little more fun with this,
I should.
Yeah. I mean, I know you probably want the guy like you no matter what, but like you should have a little fun with it no matter what. Just be like, do something weird, drop him off somewhere, be like, "Yeah, this is the restaurant we're going to," and he gets out of the car and just drive off.
But then, like, kind of watch him from a distance. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this, like,
And he's gonna be calling you and be like, "Where you going?" And be like, "Ah, dude, I gotta, pick
dude, I'm
something
trying to
up."
fucking, yeah, or just shut up. I'm trying to sleep. I'm back at the hotel. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
And he's like, what? What do I do? It's like, is he going to go explore? Or is he just going to immediately get in the car and go back to the hotel, which is probably,
probably what they'll do. Call an Uber
Yeah.
and get safe, and then figure it out from there.
God. By the way, I hate young people. They're just so stupid.
Who doesn't like onions, tomatoes, and avocado? That you
Some-
can't eat guacamole. Well, obviously,
Obviously, well, who's also going to say,
or salsa. So you don't like salsa, avocados, and you want to go to a Mexican restaurant? I was just doing the math. I just figured it out. You don't like tomatoes, onions, or avocados?
and I,
Figured it out.
and so, not to defend him too much because I get it, but maybe his idea of Mexican food is Ohio Mexican food.
Or Taco Bell.
Now we're 30 minutes from the border.
He really wanted to say Taco Bell to you, but he couldn't. So he
Well,
just said Mexican
The
food.
words that came out of his mouth were, "We're 30 minutes from the border of Mexico. Let's do some Mexican food." And then I feel like he then realized what real Mexican food is.
God, yeah, everything's got.
You know what I
onions in
mean?
it, yeah,
You know what I mean?
like
Like
done.
he gets Ohio Mexican food. Like he gets Taco Bell. He orders like the quesadilla, gets chips and quesos at the El San Jose's here or
Yeah.
whatever. But he was like, "Yeah, let's get real Mexican food," and we found a decent place. Like, and they served. It was pretty legit.
How good was the carne asada?
It was really good, really good.
Can't
And
get
it-
that. You can't get that around here.
And the portions were dope.
You can't get a good carne asada around here. Like
Yeah.
you get that shit. It's the cheapest meat possible. They
Yeah.
don't marinate it. They don't really do shit to it. It's
It
just
was
kinda,
good tender strips,
Yeah.
and then their spice profile's better than our spice profile.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, and like this is mild, and it's like, oh, this is
We
kinda
got-
lighting me up.
We got one decent group around. They do a pretty good one, but I'm not gonna say names. But
Yeah,
that's it.
we'll talk off camera because
Yeah.
I want to know where they're at.
Yeah, but it's nothing compared to like I was down in Texas.
Yeah.
And I got carne asada down there, and it blew my mind. And I was like trying to talk to the waitress to tell me what he marinated or what he rubbed it in.
Yeah,
She's like, carne asada, and I'm like, no, what he put it? She just goes, carne asada. I'm like,
yeah.
all right, never mind. I'm not getting anywhere with this. And my wife's like, shut up, Cody, shut up. Like,
But I want to know.
I wouldn't know because it's delicious.
What you need to do is take a hiatus from work, go live there for a month, and hang out in their kitchen. In a month, you'd get it down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know-
but that's
Anybody else that doesn't know how to cook, maybe 2 months, because you'll have to learn how to cook then to do it. But for us, like, hang out in a good Mexican restaurant, a good
I'm
authentic.
just going to Mexico then. You know, I'm not. I'm taking a month. We're going
That's-
down in. We going deep in Mexico.
We just picked up. Well, we've sold equipment to labs in Mexico where they weren't expecting us to do service calls, and now they're calling us to do service calls, and I need to start learning Spanish
Oh yeah.
so I can go in and I want to tell my bosses like, dude, let me be, the delegate, the guy.
Hell yeah.
Let me be the Mexico guy. Let me take him over.
You know, I've been thinking about that for a long time. Like I drive around all day. It's like, why don't I put like that, the learning thing on to just like learn Spanish?
Yeah.
Because like I think Spanish is what, the second highest spoken language, or is it Chinese? I don't know. It's one of the two, but it's
I think Spanish is the second.
I think
It's
Spanish is
English,
second.
Spanish, and then probably
Chinese, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Like that, or some dialect. But I'm like, why don't I just like I could just put that hooked on phonics.
yeah,
Learn not hooked on phonics.
Duolingo.
What the one of those apps. And just put it in the car and just sit there and learn it. And I already had, because I have a good concept of reading it from writing.
Yeah,
As far as pertaining to food. But that gives you some idea. Like, so I used to take food orders that were written all in Spanish, and then I'd sit there and type the word in and translate it until I figured out, after I did it, 10 times, I was like, okay, I know that's onions.
Oh, yeah,
I
'cause
know
your
that's
customer
shrimp.
finally
I knew
speak-
that, yeah. And so this
Camarones.
one customer, his chef would just write it down, and he'd just send me a picture of it, and I just had to go through and figure it out.
What's lettuce?
Lechonga.
Lechonga,
Lechonga.
camarones,
I'm going to be
lechonga,
pronouncing
pollo.
it right. That's but cebolios, onions, Cameron shrimp,
Yeah.
easy one, eggs, Herveso or
Huevos.
Huevos. See, that's but the pronunciation's not there either, too, because I'm going to pronounce it like when I say cebolio for onions, it's probably not even close.
Yeah.
They're probably like, what? They'd be like, what?
You're speaking it like you would spell it in English,
Right, exactly.
But you just see it in printed word. That's onions, but
Yeah.
let's get a little Google action in here.
So I know, some of the writing, but it's not 100%. And that took many times just doing that. Yeah. So the cebolios,
Cebolas.
cebola.
How do you think it said? We'll play it. We'll play it here.
I said cebola.
Cebollas.
Oh, hang on. We're gonna turn it up. Okay, go ahead.
Cebollas. Cebollas.
Cebollas.
Not too far off.
You got to kind of turn the
I
double
gotta
L
give
into a
a-
Y.
yeah.
Cebollas.
Cebolla.
Cebollas.
Yeah. So if you're like, oh, you want a bushel of cebolas, and they're like, what?
Do the shrimp because
You pinche gringo.
that's Cameron. I believe.
Camarones.
Cameron.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty close though.
Camarón.
Camarón. Camarón.
Camarón.
I'm okay on that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, so over time, just reading it, but yeah, you translate that to, English and all that. So
Yeah.
It makes it a little bit tougher, but
Yeah, or you see I know birria tacos are all the rave.
Yeah, oh,
you got to
God.
kind of roll the R a little bit, but I'm like, I would like the birria tacos.
yeah.
And oh, tacos birria? I'm like, yes.
Birria. Yeah.
That.
Because it's not in our dialect. It's not in our,
Yeah.
we don't roll a lot of letters no matter what it is.
Right.
Um,
Or even turn L's into Y's.
yeah. So maybe margarita.
Like pollo,
Until we put the accent on too, and then we start rolling shit.
margarita.
Then if we want to we're gonna talk Spanish now.
Have a
Yeah, let me get some
margarita.
camarón and some of the margarita.
Some
And then I
pollo.
go Italian for some reason. What the
Babadoo. Give me some of the
I
gabagoo.
always default to Italian
Some
when I'm doing an
bistecca.
accent. Doesn't even make any sense.
Well, they're both Romance languages, and they're very close.
Right.
So that's why they're kind of similar in
True.
that aspect.
True.
So there's kind of decent reason why you do that, because there's
Yeah.
similar languages.
Right.
Ugh.
But yeah, anyways. What else? Anything else going
I don't
on?
know. I want to
I don't know where we're at.
I want to learn Spanish now. I got a few topics here. We'll end this show with a couple topics.
Sounds good.
Oh shit! Something I learned today, and I'm gonna bring it up on Google so that I'm not lying. So we've talked before. Yeah. We've talked before about was it Alanis Morissette? Was it You Ought to Know? That song. I'm here to.
What are we talking about? I don't know. I don't know
It's
the
about Dave
subject is.
Coulier. Is it You Want to Know? And it's like, and every time you
Yes.
scream her name, does she know how you told you?
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Did you also know? Not only does that motherfucker have one song about him, but he has another one.
Nice.
I just learned this today. And it's
Man, they love him so much. Then.
TLC's No Scrubs.
Really?
Yes.
Get out of here.
They say that he was with John Stamos, and they were walking down the street, and he was hanging out of the side of his best friend's, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at them. And everything I've seen so far on the internet kind of backs that up.
Dude's a legend.
Right? Dude.
I'm sorry, but if you get 2 songs written about you,
Yeah.
for breaking women's hearts, you're kind of a legend.
You're
I'm
kind of a
sorry,
dude,
ladies.
man.
I'm sorry. He's a dick. We obviously know he's a dick, but he's kind of a legend then.
Yeah, the former members of TLC confirmed a long-held suspicion that their 1998 was written about him. So, I mean, I'm not going to pull up the articles or read through them, but I just thought that was a fucking crazy fact. Like, holy shit, not only 1 but 2 songs?
That's pretty awesome.
Is he a legend or is he a piece of shit?
Well, he's probably a piece of shit, but
Because nobody in, the guys they're talking about in No Scrubs aren't cool guys.
no, but
But the fact that it's you is like, yeah, I'm that dude.
he accomplished it.
He accomplished it. You're not
Alanis
wrong.
Morissette and TLC are on a different spectrum.
Yes.
And
Yeah, dude.
did he
And
hook
that's-
up with both of them then? Or they're just like put him in the song as
I
like,
think he hooked up with Alanis Morissette, but I don't think he hooked up with anybody from TLC.
why you put him in the song then? Because then you wouldn't remember him. Or it's just
Well, 'cause
funny because he was hollering out of his best
They don't want
friend's
no
ride.
scrubs.
But he's not really a scrub.
He was, because he was hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at them.
Yeah, but he's not. He's got money. So, I don't like.
Yeah, you're not wrong, because
I think he got there.
Yeah.
I think when he did holler out,
Because hoes be hoeing.
he got the number back. But then after he ghosted her,
That's probably what it was.
she was like,
They hooked up.
he was in his best friend's ride hollering at me. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, we got to put that in a song.
Yeah. One of them hooked up with him, and they didn't like the experience, and then they blasted him in a song. So, yeah, dude, he banged everybody.
Yeah.
Way to go, Dave Coulier.
Good job.
You're a fucking man, dude.
He just got blasted. Blasted afterwards with 2 songs, which, hey, you know
In 2
what?
different genres.
That's a patch in the chest.
Yeah.
To me, it's been like, but then you get, you're with your current wife, and she's like, mad at you, be like, you want to make another song?
Don't be like the alternative rock thing, and don't be rap. Do a country song about it. Oh, Taylor Swift, bro.
Yeah, who's he with? Who's he with right now?
Dude, next thing we're gonna know, he's like Taylor Swift's like, okay, that one was about Dave Coulier. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Son of a bitch. He's everywhere.
There's gonna be like a weird metal song, like Evanescence is like, yeah, Bring Me to Life is about Dave Coulier. It's like, holy shit! All these iconic songs that everybody loves is all about Dave Coulier.
His dick's gonna go about 1,000 times in worth because they're all hits.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be like, "Hey, can you come sleep with me and break my heart?" So I can write a song about
His
Yeah,
dick,
I
his
got
dick grew
you.
3 times that day.
I got you. I got you. I'm gonna come break your heart real quick.
Yeah,
so you can
yeah.
write a song about me.
But then you got to talk to my producer, Mr. Weinstein.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 2% of your sales. Yeah, some weird shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, other than that, I don't have much else to talk about. We've gone for a minute. So,
We're all good.
yeah, but dude, Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier,
Fucking
cheers
legend,
to you, bro.
dude. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, bro.
Sorry, ladies, but it's just
Yeah. Keep being a scrub, bro.
if a man can holla at TLC and Alanis Morissette,
I don't have one I don't have one breakup or love song written about me. Bro's got like 2.
come on, that's some clout.
Yeah.
I'm
dude.
sorry.
That's
I'm sorry your heart's got broken, but I ain't sorry that the man's a legend.
Wear that badge with honor, bro. Wear it with honor. But
I'm sure he had a damn good time while I was doing it.
yes, he probably did have a damn good time. The ladies probably had a damn good time too, but they
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 did
found
too,
some
but, you know,
inspiration.
That means they love him. If they're writing a song about him, that means they loved him that much that it
took a
hurt.
piece of their heart.
They took a little piece of my heart,
They
now,
had-
baby.
They had a damn good time.
You ought to know.
Yeah. And I got to ask you, bro, did you have a damn good
I had a
time?
damn good time, bro. Did you have a damn good
I
time?
had a damn good time. This is a good one. I liked it.
All right. Cheers to that. Hope you
All right.
guys had a damn good time. as well.
Yeah, click like and subscribe. Do all the things. Tell your friends. Tell your grandmas. We love you guys. I love you, bro. And we will see you next week.
Bruh, bruh.
Peace.